So I am going to make a potato soup. Kind of an odd thing for such a warm day, but I was craving it. So here we go. I've got chopped onions, chopped celery. Of course, some people take and remove the leaves. I leave them on. Some people say they're bitter. I don't know. I use them anyway. And I've got potatoes. I've washed them and cleaned them with baking soda and chopped them into a sizable square. So I wanted to show you what size they were before I went ahead and started cooking them. So let me chop up this last one here. If we can. It's always interesting. Here we go. One potato. Making it work. So I'm just slicing them through, making regular slices for them. You can kind of stand them up. I leave my skins on. Some people remove them, however you like. And I kind of just cut them into a nice tic-tac-toe square. Ninths, you would say. Let's see. Sometimes if you get a smaller one, you can go a little smaller on the squares or a little larger. So we're going to take these potatoes and we are going to add them to prep. I already started earlier. I started some bacon. I cut them into squares and then cooked them up. You can see they're kind of small. That's going to be our topping. And we have bacon grease, which will be our base for our cooking. And I'm going to make that to about medium temperature. And we're going to go ahead and add in the onions, the potatoes, as they start to go everywhere. I'm going to get this mixture going here before we add the celery. We're going to give it a nice little bit of cook before we add water to it here in a moment. Large onion piece. I'll kind of cook that down. To this, we are going to add some salt. Quite a bit of salt in this recipe, so I would say probably a teaspoon and a half if you want to get like some real results, because otherwise it would be a little bland. So we're going to cook that down just a little bit. Normally you would add carrots to a potato soup. You can add like 2 carrots, mince it up. That's kind of what gives it that yellow look, as if it had cheese in it. But real potato soup doesn't have the cheese in it. You can use it as a garnish later, but it doesn't actually have the cheese. The yellow color comes from the orange in the potato soup. I don't really like carrots, so I kind of omit it. But if you wanted to add the carrots, you could. Browned up a little. that bacon sneaking in there. Isn't gonna hurt anything. And of course, if you don't end up with enough bacon grease to cook it in, the alternative is using like a couple of tablespoons of butter. I'm going to heat this up just a little higher. Get some water ready. Not that much water, but let's see. Our other garnish I have besides the bacon is going to be some chives, and of course we will add some sour cream to the finishing product as well, kind of give it a little zest. These are about soft enough. We can almost add in our celery. So the idea is to kind of get your onions soft enough before you, see I left the leaves on. So you're more than welcome to take them off. But yeah, the idea is to get the onions soft enough that you're ready to go with the water. And then you're just going to boil them, like almost like a boiled potato. We're going to need a lid eventually. Yep, that lid's going to be the right size for it. If you like garlic, you can add in some garlic to it. It gives it a nice flavor, because then you have like a garlic potato soup, but you don't have to put the garlic in there. It's kind of just an additional if you like it. So we have this almost tender enough. We're going to go ahead and add some water to it. This is going to be about a cup and a half of water. Just go ahead and add it in there. You kind of don't want to add too much water because this isn't going to be like a mashed potato where you can drain it, so you kind of want it to almost absorb. Then you're going to go ahead and add the lid to it, and in the final product you're going to add a little bit of milk to it, and of course some black pepper. You're going to add in your sour cream and your bacon and your chives on the top, and voila, you're going to have potato soup. That easy.